All right, welcome back. Shots from the Foul Line podcast. We have been on a bit of a sabbatical, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but hey, we're rocking and rolling. Vic, happy to see you, man.
Where you been, bro?
Where you been?
You been on an island. Oh, I know where you went.
Sh-
You
I,
went.
w- I
You
wish.
you're on an island somewhere.
I
Hey,
wish I was
so
on an
before we
island.
kick this show off, I want to let people know that we are on the verge of doing our first live broadcast, September 5th. In Tempe, it's going to be University Presbyterian Church, 139 East Alamino Drive, Tempe, Arizona. That's for that.
So,
And
that being said, with all of our technology woes,
we
this
got to get there earlier.
this is going to be
Um,
an interesting experience.
Setup time is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So we got a whole hour
The
to
setup.
figure it out. And then the show lasts from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my
And
my guess is we'll do
they're going to be guests to drop by.
yeah, and we'll do a couple different hour segments or something, but
Hey, did you hear me, bro?
I heard you.
No, they're going to be some guests that's going to stop by.
We need for that, correct?
Huh?
We need a third microphone for that.
I have another microphone.
Okay.
But think of it as this. If the guest to stop by that I'm told is going to show up, you're going to be surprised.
All right. So, as I think through this, logistically, we're going to have to talk through how we're going to do this because this is not going to be as easy as
That's why it's called so
yeah.
they calling this no even the people that's hosting the thing, they call this our tester show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It is
But you
all
gotta
good.
remember, hey, you have to remember this though. Whatever said, it's gonna be live, not recorded.
Yeah, we'll think through how we're gonna do this one. This will be interesting. Um,
so we're gonna have and we're gonna have some new t-shirts. Gotta hey, you
hey,
gotta
I
be
can't wait for us to get your live shop up.
yeah. Hey anyway.
Yeah.
Uh
Oh, see now. Yeah. See.
Hey, so we're gonna have some, fresh shirts. 'Cause you don't have that many. I have like I don't know, quite a few.
You got quite a few. I love that blue one. I love that color blue.
But I'm trying to decide. I was thinking maybe we can have some extras and give away.
Pretty good idea. All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first live show.
Come
That
out and see our
that
live attempt.
if nothing else, be entertained with with Vic and I trying to piece together how to go live. This will be entertaining.
We'll figure it out.
I will anticipate live on YouTube and potentially TikTok would probably be the easiest ways for us to put it out there live, but we'll
Yep.
figure it out.
Hey, you are the man behind the technology. I'm just the man to get the guest.
That's why my brain starts turning the wheels. The wheels are turning, and I'm thinking, this
So I
is
also
a
before we
challenge.
go, I'm working on trying to get some banners and stuff so we have on the table and have some stuff for have I already have I got a gang load of stickers already, so
I like that. You have any more magnets? Those magnets are really cool.
you need some. Yeah, we will have some.
That's dope.
Hey, we have till September, so we have plenty of time to get more gear.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's, I kind of want to just start off with maybe not the biggest things going on right now because obviously World Cup's still just huge. I was thinking we could actually start off with the NBA just because we've seen a lot of changes in the offseason so far, and from what I hear, we're still waiting for Mr. LeBron
Yep.
to figure it out, which is funny because every day I feel like somebody's posting something that says they're certain on where he's going and what his decision is, and then the next day it's something different.
Well, he hasn't made a decision. Most of them are saying they're certain. Just what we're rumor is not fact. What we're hearing is what I've heard and read that he's a 56% chance going to sign with Cleveland.
That's a pretty funny
I
thing.
mean,
Only 56%, huh?
if that was me, honestly, I would. I would end my career where it started.
Oh, well, no doubt. Not just that, but it just nobody else really makes sense to me at all in a lot of ways, right? So I
Right.
100% agree with that because you're going back home. Not that you're gonna win the championship, but if you did, and you brought another one back to your hometown, that's pretty freaking
I mean,
wild,
plus
right?
the fan, he's from Ohio. They still love LeBron there. So I mean, like I said, that what better way to end your career would be right there in your home state. And if for some miracle he managed to bring him back into the championship, then they would love him. I mean, they love him now, but they would love him even more.
Yeah, no doubt. And what I heard was, again, Cleveland, him and his son were going to go there, but the fact that he hasn't made a decision yet, to me, seems like he's almost considering going to a team that may give him a better run for the championship.
Who?
LeBron.
But what team?
In his mind, I have no idea, but
It,
of
the
course,
it won't be. It ain't gonna be the
they're
Warriors.
still talking about the Clippers,
No,
and
they're saying Golden State and maybe possibly maybe Miami.
there's technically still 5 out there. But
Yeah.
it's weird that he hasn't just sealed the deal, said I'm going back to Cleveland, and that's it. But hey,
Well, he did that last time though. He said that yeah he will make his decision. He hasn't yet to make his decision, but he when he's ready, he wants to spend time with his family and all that stuff. So
well,
we'll
what's
see.
funny is all the different players pitching to get him to come to their team.
I know.
So the Warriors, obviously, but the funniest to me is the dude on the Spurs. Did you? His voicemail got leaked. Did you hear it?
Uh.
Oh my god! So he calls up LeBron. He says, "Hey man, this is so and so. Hey, would love to have you over here in San Antonio." And blah 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 blah. It's funny, dude.
Right.
And he made a joke about himself being like a generational talent, but it's funny, and it's just so. It's like the most random message ever. It's if I can get the
Well,
audio, I'll have to play it for our
everybody's
audience. It's funny.
pitching. You got the guy from the 76ers. He's pitching for LeBron to come there too. So he wants LeBron James to come there.
That's who it was. The Sixers was the other team I was thinking of. Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to kind of see where he ends up, but I would be surprised if it's anywhere but Cleveland. What was crazy to me is all the other things going on in the NBA too. I mean, first of all, you got Wemby signing a $252 million extension, which, I mean, by far, if anybody deserves an extension like that, it's absolutely him, right?
Did you, did you hear what Kendrick Perkins said?
No,
He should have signed $1 billion contract. Because he ain't going nowhere. Said he is the franchise.
100%. I don't disagree with that at all. I think the biggest surprise really in the offseason was just the Jaylen Brown trade.
Yeah.
I think that one kind of came somewhat out of nowhere. I mean, I know they had some kind of issues during the season or whatever with his like dissatisfaction. And what's funny is he got into a whole like smack talking thing with Stephen A. Smith, which was odd. But that one was, I think, the biggest surprise so far. And then you got, which everybody knew was going to happen, they just didn't know where he was going to land, was Giannis.
Yeah.
And what's
Miami.
crazy is Kawhi, the last I saw, is still delayed.
No.
Did they
He's in Toronto.
finalize it?
Brother, he's going to Toronto.
He's trying to go to Toronto,
Right.
but because they're under investigation with all that nonsense of that's under the
I'm not
table
working to get a paid
contracting.
job.
Yeah. So my understanding is that's still not even finalized because of that stuff. So that would be
I
crazy if that somehow kills the trade.
I think the Lakers paid way overpaid for Kessler. That's big center that they got. They paid him 170 million.
Well, and it
Bro.
was funny. I think it was Stephen A. Smith. He's like, "How the hell?" I might not have been Stephen A. But it's one of those commentators. How the hell are the Lakers' top 3 guys going to be these white dudes? Like, how the hell do you think you're going to win a championship when your top 3 guys are white?
Hey,
I was like, "Hey,
because they can play.
fair enough. That's an astute observation there. But
Because, you know,
there,
Stephen A. Smith, he talks okay, but sometimes, bro, he really gets on my nerves. I
well,
mean,
since he's gone into the political world, it's been interesting with his perspective on things. But yeah, so I mean, it's really cool to see these kind of off-season moves. I love to see shakeups in the NBA. They're also looking to add an expansion team.
the
Two,
who?
two.
Vegas. No, they've already approved them. Vegas, and they're going to have a team back in Seattle.
Seattle, I know, which is weird to me, but I don't know. Everybody was so pissed off when they left Seattle in the first place, right?
Right.
Um, but for them to get another one back is interesting
They'd be
because,
glad to have them back.
yeah, but again, why did they move in the first place? Most teams move because the city's not willing to spend the money on
Well, it'd be
the
just like when the
team.
Browns left. Remember when the Cleveland left when they left Ohio and went to Baltimore?
Well, yeah,
They didn't have a team.
I get it. But yeah, so interesting in Vegas. I mean, obviously that's just the go-to for every franchise now. Every team that wants to, you know, jump into the world of money and brand new stadiums and all these things, Vegas is the spot apparently.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. Anything else that you kind of want to highlight? Lot going on. Obviously, we're still waiting for LeBron's decision, but I'm
It's
confident
you
it'll
know
be Cleveland.
it is. You think about oh, did you so Saturday night McGregor had a comeback.
Well,
Connor.
so we're done
Over
with the NBA then?
yeah. Supposed to be his comeback fight.
Yeah, well,
Well, did you happen
to see
to
it, everybody
if
saw
you
the headline. I mean,
if
Tori,
you blinked your
yeah,
eyes, it didn't even last a round.
I saw a video of him like getting out of his shorts or getting out of his shoes
Yeah,
outside, hit the ring.
he tore up his knee
Yeah.
in the first round.
So he's sitting there and he's like getting ready to get into the ring, and
Yep.
his knee kind of buckled a little bit. It was
Yeah,
weird.
it actually did before he started fighting.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
was.
wondering
Yeah,
if
before he
his
even got in
knee
the
was
ring.
yeah, I was wondering if his knee was already injured before the fight because all he did was he did a jump kick towards the guy. His knee turned funny, and pretty much that was done. Because he tried he fell down like I watched it. He fell down like 2 or 3 times, trying to kick.
Yeah, well,
But the guy said he wants it to be a part 3.
you know what's funny is I saw a comment today, and the person said, "I could not be happier for him. This could not have happened to a better person."
Wow,
And I'm like, yeah, that's probably most people's opinion of Conor McGregor. That sounds about right.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And it was just so funny because the way it was written was just like, yeah, very, very, very dry, but I got it. I got it. Over 5,000 people got it because they all liked the comment.
Yeah, but think about this. If you bought a ticket to that fight, bro, I don't know, I wouldn't be. You want to see the main card, and all of a sudden the fight it don't even last a round.
I mean, that to me, what's funny about that is they talk so much crap about the ladies fight, Carano, lasting 30 seconds, right?
Right.
And obviously this comes out and it's nothing either, right? So yeah, that's tough. Anytime you have a headliner and it turns into that, it's brutal. I'd say on the upside, most fights nowadays have multiple fights that are good though, right? They have multiple headliners. They have a couple different, fights for belts or the championships in different weight classes. But yeah, dude, if I was a huge fan of either of those fighters and I paid to see that, I'd be super pissed.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you wouldn't got, hey, bro, if you went out there and got a beer.
Yeah. Wait, what? What happened? Where's everybody going? Dude, that'd be
You get that
brutal.
beer, come back. Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
What's going on?
What is happening
It's
here?
over. What
Like,
happened?
what?
They actually called it a knockout.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I guess you have to. Was it TK though? it has to be like a technical knockout, really,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah. We'll see what ends happening with that. I know the Fury fight's supposed to happen sometime soon. That'll be a very interesting fight. Two huge heavyweights. I think it'll be fun to watch. I can't imagine somebody's not going to get knocked out. Those are guys who just throw around a ton of weight. So
Well,
that'll be interesting.
the key word is huge.
Dude, they're big boys.
Yeah,
And the crazy thing is the Mayweather fights, they're all like postponed or canceled at this point because of all these issues he's got going on.
bro.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we brought it up last time. Like, who's he fighting first? Because he got 3 people he's supposed to be fighting in the next year,
Well,
and at
he
this
ain't
point, it
fighting
doesn't sound like
nobody.
he's going to fight anybody anytime soon.
No,
So
he
pretty
gotta
crazy.
get out of his legal troubles. That's allegedly.
Legal and money troubles.
Allegedly.
It's insane. Well, dude, so we are right at the All-Star break for baseball. The home run derby was last night. We got the All-Star game tonight. Did you get to watch the home run derby at all?
No.
So, dude, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
Hometown boy. He had a chance to be, I think, one of only 4 players to ever win the home run derby while it was at their home stadium. He gets to the finals. He goes first. I think I want to say he hit 11 home runs out of 15 swings to lead off the final. And I mean, he's rocking them, right?
Right.
And then, dude, the dude from Philly, not dude from Philly, dude from St. Louis, Walker, finishes up with like 6 in a row to win. I mean, that dude, young guy. I want to say this is like one of his first or second seasons. I think it was like his second season in the league even. So for him to win, obviously all the fans are rooting for Schwarber, but it's fun to watch. I always enjoy the home run derby. I think it's a blast just watching these guys just crank them out of the park. But yeah, I was rooting for the hometown guy. I mean, and he's just got a really like unique compact swing. I'm pretty sure he's leading home runs for the league this year so far too, which is crazy. But he's just got this really interesting swing where he doesn't look like necessarily like a huge power hitter. He's not even that big of a dude, really.
What team?
He's on Philly. Yeah, that's where it is right now. In Philadelphia. But yeah, fun to watch. We'll see how the All-Star game goes. I don't really care too much about MLB All-Star. I'm pretty sure Ohtani's out. I think he got injured again. I think he hurt his knee or something, didn't he?
Yes, I saw he's going to be out.
Yeah, so there's a few pictures that would be interesting to see. That dude from I can't think of what team he's on. I think I sent you the video. The dude threw like 106 or something.
Oh, he's from Milwaukee.
That's what I thought. He's a Brewer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy. Oh my Lord. That dude is unreal. How hard these kids are throwing it this day and age is pretty wild.
Yeah, but if you think about this though, they start out throwing like that. In a couple of years, you see where they got elbow problems.
Oh, for sure. It's all short term.
The only person that you've never really seen had that kind of issue was as far as long term issue was Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, but he was a closer. He wasn't.
Right.
Going 6 innings deep. Nolan Ryan is still the hardest throwing, longest career I've ever seen somebody throwing that hard. Like, that dude was just a robot. The fact that he played that long and didn't get hurt until he was in his 40s.
You remember the fight when he got into it with that Robin Ventura?
Dude.
Remember that fight?
Poor Robin Ventura. It wasn't even his fault. He had to do it for his team.
Guess what?
What's that?
My brother-in-law, they know him.
Robin?
Yeah, he went to school right across to that different high school, but Robin went to high school right across the street because he went to Catholic school.
That's funny.
So he went right across the street. So yeah, they know him really pretty good.
Yeah,
and
I feel like that's one of those things you'd hear about for a long time in your career.
Robin told him the story that he had to
go
because that Frank Thomas threatened him and said, if you don't go after him, then we're going to have a problem.
How much different would that have been if the Big Hurt came at him? Holy hell.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he still would have stood his ground. He's a tough Texan, but it would have been a real fight instead of Ventura just getting uppercuts to the freaking grill.
Like you went out there and you got your butt kicked by an old man.
Yeah, pretty much. Halfway through MLB season, obviously Dodgers are leading the way. No surprise there.
Right.
I think they've also got this insane uh differential. I think they're what are they at? 149 runs plus 149. It's interesting. I mean, they went into the All-Star break losing 3 in a row. They still have 11.5 game lead on the D-back, so them running away with their division's kind of a
Oh,
no-brainer.
that's gonna be, yeah.
But again, to me, the big shockers this season, the White Sox leading the AL Central is
Well, I think
wild.
that technically they're pretty much tied with Cleveland.
Well, you could call it that, whatever. They're still tied for the lead, and it's the White Sox. They have been the worst team in the last 3 seasons, basically.
But you
Between
got to remember,
what
baseball
them and
there's
Colorado,
always
I think.
there's always a second half of the season.
Yeah, make sure you tell the Mets that. The Mets are still in that second half of the season. Are they even? I don't even think they're
I
close to
don't. The
500.
Mets are still the second half of the season from last year because
Yeah,
they dude, with that payroll they have,
dude,
bro.
they are 17 games below 500.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
If I was the owner, I would be asking some of my players for a refund.
Yeah, dude, negative 65 differential.
Right. Because
That's awful.
they paid Soto all that money.
Again, I don't ever understand that. I mean, I think that's where baseball is a very interesting sport in terms of how you allocate your money. But yeah, giving it to a big hitter to me
Yeah.
never makes a lot of sense. You need really good defense,
Right.
and you
Pitching.
need people who can get on base. You don't need
You
people
need
just to,
somebody to get people out.
yeah, you don't need to just hit home runs. I think an Aaron Judge is a generational guy, and he's just
He can't stay healthy
consistently
either.
right. But he hits I
Yeah.
mean, his average is always up there too. So he's hitting kind of all the marks in terms of batting.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I don't ever understand that. And then you pay him that kind of money. It's wild.
700. I think they paid him like $750 million.
How stupid is that? That is insane. Insane money.
That is.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I would probably feign being hurt every once in a while too. Hey, I'm gonna play some golf. I'm hurt.
right.
I'll collect my checks. I'll be on
I
the
mean,
IR for a while.
that's the whole thing about it is that they paid him all the and he got a lot of it guaranteed, so it ain't like they can't go take it back.
It's pretty wild. So, all right, halfway through the season, anybody you think LA is just gonna run away with it in the National League?
Hey, yeah, I do. But you know what though? Why do they always struggle with the Diamondbacks?
Isn't that funny? It's
You
just
know,
like those division rivals for some reason. I
yeah,
don't know.
I'm saying they can beat everybody every year, no matter how good a team they got. They always struggle with Arizona.
It's really weird too because they're pretty much nothing but LA fans here too.
Yeah,
So
a lot.
it's almost like a home game for them. I think the Brewers have a good chance of making a pretty big run this year. Braves are pretty solid all first half of the season as well. Um, so I think those two will probably be the best challenge for the Dodgers, but the Dodgers is just so strong. If Otani stays healthy, if they stay healthy, they're so tough to beat.
Right.
And then the AL side, I mean, you got. Hold
You ain't really got no one.
on. Yeah, dude. So I mean, AL, it'll be interesting. I think New York's been disappointing for several years now, but they're behind Tampa Bay. Dude, I don't know if the White Sox make a second half push and stay in there, at least in a wild card race.
Right.
That's gonna be incredible. That's a huge turnaround. Like I don't have it in front of me, but that's got to be a 30 plus game turnaround from last season.
Yeah, 'cause they lost to 100 games last year.
Jesus, dude.
So,
It'll be
so
interesting.
they try not to lose 100
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. All right. So our biggest thing is the World Cup. Lots going on around the World Cup. Let me just start with why I love the World Cup. Dude, the fans are incredible. The fans make it so entertaining. between the Japanese fans cleaning all the trash out of the stadiums to the Mexico fans standing outside the Ecuadorian player hotel late at night, partying, music, firecrackers, honking their horns, trying to make sure the players don't sleep for their game against Mexico. To the Norwegian fans, which I will absolutely get a video of this up because it is just epic. But how united and in sync they are as a fan base is incredible. So,
Of course.
About Japanese soccer fans at the World Cup waving these giant blue plastic bags around, you might assume the worst. But this is not another case of soccer hooliganism or tourists gone wild. Far from it. When the game is over, win or lose, or as seen here yesterday after a tie with the Netherlands, they use those blue bags to clean up the stadium, bottle by bottle, bagging trash until it's gone.
It's like respect for everything, respect for the players, supporters, and also for the stadium. We're kind of honored to be here, so we don't want to make the mess and then leave it.
In fact, they've been doing it since the country's first World Cup in 1998, and the Japanese players bring a similar idea to the locker rooms, even leaving thank you notes in the local language. And the reverence, it seems, goes both ways. This is a Japanese fan being tossed up by fans of the Netherlands.
I love it. I think the problem with most sports, and this falls with the World Cup as well, is controversies, inconsistencies, not understanding exactly why people are making decisions they are. We can start with the U.S., where one of our best players gets a red card, which means he gets basically DQ'd for the next game. And next game is against Belgium. Very tough matchup. And then what happens? Lo and behold, how should I put it? Our president decides to make a comment. He says he just voiced his opinion of the matter. But again, knowing where politics are and how intertwined they are with sports, suddenly the World Cup committee met and reversed the decision so that he not even reverse it. They delayed it. Actually, they said we're going to delay your suspension till like a year from now, some insane thing. And it was interesting. There's like a byline within their laws that says they can do something specific around this, but super weird. And it pissed off everybody, no matter what country you're from, it pissed off pretty much any diehard soccer fan. Everybody voiced their opinion about it. And yeah, that's the last thing I want to see is any kind of political influence in sports. And hey, he got a red card. Was it a red card? I don't think it was. Right?
They played scared.
Well, yeah. So then they go into that game and they just got their ass kicked. And Belgium had a chip on their shoulders, obviously. And they let us know it. They made plenty of commentary around Trump and all those things. But, yeah, hey, we got far. We had a really good run. I hate seeing it go out like that with controversy and weird just BS from a political standpoint.
Right.
But, yeah, we had a great run, but it did end weird, unfortunately. And then we got our ass handed to us by Belgium as well. The other games, I think this one was weird to me. I didn't quite understand it, but the Egypt-Argentina game, did you see that one?
Honestly, So when the U.S. got eliminated, I haven't watched anymore.
So this was weird because Egypt's up 2-0, and it's into the second half. Argentina scores 3 goals in less than, I think, 13 minutes. I think maybe less than 11 minutes. And, watching the highlights, I didn't see anything. Obviously, there's always going to be controversy on calls and things like that. But basically, Egypt's saying it was rigged, that they wanted Argentina to advance, that the whole thing was fixed and blah, blah, blah. I mean, they filed official complaints. So, again, it is a World Cup. It is the biggest stage for soccer, but more controversy, right? So
Right.
just more unusual circumstances, I guess. So Egypt loses, and they had lots of complaints. And then on top of that, and I forget what country this was now, but France played somebody, and the star player Mbappe got into it with some political leader against the other country that they beat, and she started going racially toned comments on social media and stuff.
Right.
That created a whole thing. So then he goes back at her, very personal attacks. It's just insane, dude. Then I don't know if you got to watch anything from some of the Argentina games where, again, dude, just people's decisions to be racist towards people on a stage like that is
Right.
blows my mind. But clear video of it. iShowSpeed was out there, and he was getting a lot of that, I guess. And I don't know, man. It gets heated. I get it. It's a whole country, rooting for their country to win and advance. But man, it gets wild. So there are obviously some of the bad sides of the fan base, but
Right.
dude, the fun stuff is just awesome. I mean,
I-
seeing them
I-
celebrate, it is fun to watch. And again, the Norwegian thing, I'll post that just because it's epic. It is.
I hate, um, that's a touchy subject for me. When I hear all the racial stuff, I mean, me and you, we can agree with that. We are interracial relationships we have. So that when I hear that stuff, it does bother me when I hear stuff like that.
And that's the crazy thing is, the World Cup Federation has very clear policies on any kind of racial undertones in
Right.
matches, right? Just because it's gotten really bad in previous years, and not just World Cup matches, but just soccer in general.
Right.
That was one of the things where I wasn't too sure why they didn't actually execute what they're supposed to do, right? I guess maybe the referees didn't get notified fast enough or whatever it is, but they were supposed to stop the match.
Right.
So again, more issues with how they handle situations, things like that. Yeah, that's unfortunately the worst of it, and you're going to see that at times. To me, I love the fun stuff. I love that the Mexican fans are outside the Ecuadorian Players Hotel, seeing Mexico celebrate when they won, I think, the first round of knockout round. That was incredible. There are a lot of fun things and cool things to see. But yeah, that's the worst part about sports, is
Right.
when it gets
I
into
mean,
that world.
that's the whole thing about a lot of the sports today is you hear sports should be going good, and all of a sudden behind the scenes, sometimes you hear supposedly it got leaked out or however you want to say it. Here's even some of the other players making racial remarks about other teams, and I mean that's the bad side of any sport. It's not just soccer or whatever. Any sport, it's always there somewhere, and it's going to come out.
Yeah, and I hate that, dude. I think politics and any kind of racial prejudice, just keep it out. I know it's not as simple as that, but it's
Right.
like, if
Politics does not belong in sports. It doesn't.
it
Not
definitely
even
does
close.
not.
But it's crazy. I do have something I want.
Well, so again, Spain just beat France 2-0. They're moving to the championship round now.
Yep.
We got Argentina and England up next. So
Who put out Belgium?
I want to say France. I think that's who. I think that might have been the person that they were getting into that spat about. Is that maybe the Belgium prime minister or something? I forget, but
Right.
um, yeah. So
Well,
Argentina, man, they have a good chance to make it back to the championship, possibly win 2 in a row, which would be freaking insane. And if they did, although I think he's already the greatest soccer player ever, Messi would absolutely go down
right.
as the greatest soccer
He
player.
already asked.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
people still try to debate it, which is funny because this reporter tried to ask Ronaldo about it and he just shut him down. He did
right.
not want to have that conversation at all.
Well, just
And
like so. What I was going to say was, I wanted to mention something about the WNBA.
okay, so I was thinking about bringing it up. I'm gonna let you jump in here because I've got some interesting
So,
tidbits on
bro,
that. Go for it.
I'll say this. I know a lot of people don't like Caitlin Clark. That's we know that. Anybody that's watched the game, they know that. But the treatment that she is still getting, they need to stop, bro. They're going to seriously. I mean, they're going to seriously hurt her, bro. Hitting her in the throat. Come on, man.
So okay, I don't disagree with you that they need to manage
The
their
commissioner,
they,
she needs to step up and do something. So
well,
they,
she's yeah.
but
They
I
need to
was,
manage how they label flagrant fouls. They
yeah,
need to do a lot of different things. I've seen other fouls too, which were called flagrant, which I didn't get. Ones that weren't, that probably should have been.
right,
Um, I mean, Angel Reese just threw her elbow across this chick's face the other night and did not get a flagrant foul.
right,
Um, I mean, it's pretty clear to me, but whatever, right? Um, yeah, the Caitlin Clark thing is very interesting.
it's ridiculous, bro.
I don't disagree with one of the players' statements about, hey, they need to worry more about protecting us as players as a whole, which
Right,
I don't disagree with at all. I've never been to a
no,
game, so I don't know what kind of hostilities, but they apparently get a lot of nasty threats and nasty things said to them and whatever, right? Um, I don't disagree with that. And in fact, I think she made a statement about their public information's out there, like their addresses and stuff were like put out there. Something pretty wild to me. So I don't disagree with that at all. But from a player on player perspective, yeah, I don't need to see you like cater toward the top players so they
right,
get more fouls or things like that. But you
right,
definitely got to make sure that they're not getting just dirty shots taken at them
right.
at all
I mean,
times.
she gets a lot. She's pushed out of bounds, hit in the throat.
She does. And what's funny to me though is how quick she is. She's just like this. Like I don't want to say it this way, but she's like one of those very large, loud barking dogs that's small, right? She's
Right,
just fierce. She's gonna bounce back up. She's gonna get in your face. She's gonna talk crap. And again, I think that's why a lot of people gravitate toward her as a fan. Like they
right.
like seeing that kind of energy, and she backs it up a lot of the time. Um,
Yeah, ask Las Vegas.
Dude, they're dominating them this year, which is crazy because they are
She,
definitely the best, what, 2 or 3 teams in the league, and the Fever
yeah,
haven't
but
even done a whole
she
lot.
dropped 48 on Vegas the other night.
Yeah, well, they beat them again the other night. I think she did 12 and 24 minutes, but yeah. So no, I don't disagree with you. To me, though, the All-Star game is an even more interesting headline. It speaks to why she's getting all these shots taken on her.
Why
Um,
though?
So they have an interesting way to vote for the All-Star game. They do 25% like writers,
Right,
25% players, and then 50% fans.
got you.
Out of the 25% of players that voted, or like their percentage counted, right? So I think let's just say there's 180 players in the league, only like 84 of them actually voted. Well, she got ranked, and I get that it's not a true ranking, but basically she got the 11th most votes as a
Yeah,
point guard.
that's
And again,
fine.
they do it interesting. They go point guards and they do like the bigger players, right? So they separate the two kind of
Point guard, shooting
guards
guard,
and
all those.
guards and big people, right?
Yeah,
But again, that her peers are saying that she's 11th like ranked out of
No.
all these other players when fans and writers had her at 2, I think for both.
Right.
It
That's
just
just
tells you
hatred.
people just don't like her, man. And
That's just hatred because
they're
they feel like they don't like her because they feel like that she's getting preferential treatment from the referees and all that stuff. But I mean, I get that, but think of it, you don't deliberately try to hurt someone
but
just
she is your
because.
money maker.
Yeah,
She has doubled your paychecks.
yeah,
She has put more food on your table. Why in the world would you kick that one?
yeah.
Why would you want to do things like I get not liking her, that's fine. But again, she's the whole reason why the WNBA is even a topic right now. And to me, and I don't want to compare these two, they just are always there. But I would much rather have a Caitlin Clark, who's a dynamic player most of the time. She's had some pretty bad slumps both seasons. She's dealing with some injuries, but
Right.
her ability to just light it up from downtown is incredible. She's a
Gotcha.
great facilitator of the ball. I would much rather have that person be the, I guess, headliner of our league
Yeah.
than an Angel Reese, who, again, I get that she has fans, but she is not a good basketball player. I mean, if
No.
you
I mean,
watch,
not
like, just watching her play, it deteriorates the quality of the league to me. I
right.
mean, watching her shoot free throws is
Painful.
is awful. Her layups, I'm baffled that she did so well in college. I really am, because watching her in the league, where I think 50 to 60% of her rebounds, which is her stat, that's why she's so good and that's why she's an all-star, are her own misses. I mean, I'd much rather have somebody who's just annoying that I don't like, but is a solid player and has elevated our league, than somebody who, to me, just makes the league, the game itself, look worse when you watch her play.
Right.
She has some moments. I'll give her that. But as a whole, if you just accumulate all of her minutes on the court, not many of those minutes are very worth
Because
watching.
she. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like that she is. Eh, okay. She's not the best player, but but she's getting all the accolades like she is the best.
Well, she's like LeBron. She gives those to herself. She does. She said some things where she said she's going to be the greatest ever, and she's this and she's that, and I'm
Right.
like, that's an interesting perspective to have. Your third year in the league, and you don't
True.
really do a whole lot. I don't know. Yeah, so very interesting. I mean, there are so many better players out there that don't get. That's the thing too. Don't get the recognition. I mean, shoot, 2 of the players on the Fever are phenomenal players. Kelsey Mitchell's a great player. She's having a hell of a
Yeah.
season.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, dude, the WNBA is an interesting thing. I think they refuse to acknowledge that they have a branding issue, right? They've always had a brand issue. They had somebody come into the league that helped them kind of not necessarily reshape their brand, but give them a different type of spotlight, right?
Right.
And they're not embracing as well as they should. Again, I still think they should lower the rim. They should make this league more dynamic, give these players more opportunity to highlight their skills, because I'm sorry, if you're what, Angel Reese is like 6'3", even if you're 6'3", but your vertical is non-existent, and at best you're barely getting to the rim for a layup, and you're going to miss most of those anyways, that's not fun to watch. Like, I would much rather see these girls, do something. I would love to see somebody get blocked above the rim, things like that, right? I don't know why they're not trying to reshift their kind of entire league in that sense, right? They have a smaller ball. It's not unusual for women's sports to change how they play a sport compared to the men's. Not at all. I mean, you don't ever see a LPGA event at 7,400 yards. It's not a thing. So, interesting. So I'm glad you brought it up, because I definitely had my take on it as well. But Yeah, dude. I mean, the last thing the league needs is her hurt. That's it. I mean, especially for stupid reasons like that. Some girl basically like leaning on her throat with her fist.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
I mean, that's
All right, we've got the British Open. Let me just dive into golf real fast because
do it.
I think the last time we talked a little bit about Phil Mickelson getting kicked out of a club. Dude, so this Alan Shipnuck, I think is his name. For whatever reason, he's like the chosen person to write everything about Phil Mickelson. So he's written books about his gambling and everything. So, dude, the craziest thing is, I guess this is like 10 years ago, maybe. He was out at like Riviera or something, and he invited Pat Perez and his wife to stay with him in this huge place he rented, right? And I guess he got really drunk, and Pat went to the restroom, and he decided to pull out his phone and show something that he took of himself to Pat's wife while propositioning her. Yes, dude. And what's crazy is Phil then called the next day to apologize, but said he didn't remember if anything happened because he was so wasted. And Pat's wife recorded the conversation, and the writer heard the entire conversation, right? So I think this whole situation with this club kind of tied into all these things, and Phil is just one of those guys that just, it sounds like he thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Right.
So pretty freaking crazy. And I guess Pat addressed it on a podcast a few years ago, and I vaguely remember hearing about it. I don't think I knew. Yeah, I don't think he really spoke about the specifics, but he clearly did not like Phil Mickelson. And
Would you?
of course not. It's just crazy when they're Sun Devils, both lived in Scottsdale for a long period of time. Both went to live. It's really kind of weird dynamic on how they kind of followed. He kind of followed down his career path, which is weird, right? Yeah, so we got the Open Championship. I'm super excited for it. I love watching. First of all, when you can wake up at 3 a.m. and watch live golf, that's always unique. So
that's you, huh?
yeah, to me it's entertaining, but just seeing link style golf is always fun to watch. I think it's at Royal Birkdale, so it plays a little bit differently than some of the other courses out in Scotland and Ireland, all those, but it's a fun course. It has plenty of scoring opportunities. But like any courses out there, it always comes down to these crazy breaks you're going to get. These weird bounces, these crazy rolls. And again, it also depends on the weather. The weather is always just a crazy factor when it comes to the Open Championship. So,
right. So the wind's always blowing.
Yeah. Just crazy winds, rain. I mean, just it's wild. So excited for that. We'll see if a top guy comes away with it. I'm going to bet that it's going to be a non-American win, and I think it's going to be a first-time winner. We'll see.
Think so?
I think so. But again, dude, you got Wyndham playing phenomenal. Rory's been playing pretty well. Scheffler just missed the cut at the Scottish Open, which was surprising. But again, that doesn't really have any clear indication that he's not going to play well this week. Dude, you just have so many good players out there. You never know. But I'm going to say it's going to be a first-time winner, and I think it'll be non-American. But we'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun to watch.
You betting on that?
Not betting on this, no. You could jump on one of those other apps like Kelshi and bet like, oh, how many balls are going to bounce off the pin, or, what mile per hour is the wind going to get to on the 13th hole, something crazy. Who knows? You can bet on all kinds of nonsense these days.
Speaking of wind, miles an hour, you been getting the rain over there?
Oh, we got hit hard last night. Yeah, it rained for a long period of time. Yeah, it's the first big storm we've had, I think, this summer, really. So we always welcome rain in Arizona.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we had it for 2 straight days.
Nice.
And I'm looking outside. It's kind of
Yes, those evening clouds start rolling in. It was crazy. It definitely started as a dust storm last night. We could see the whole thing just kind of coming across all of like Tempe area. It was wild. But
So how you like being over there?
it's convenient. It's very centrally located. But there's also a reason why I haven't seen you in a while.
I know it. Further away.
Yeah, I don't want to drive that far.
Right. But it's always good to be able to get some recording in.
Yeah, so I'll apologize to everybody. It has been a hot minute. We got a lot going on. Just life.
I mean, we both do.
I know.
Life issues.
Summers are supposed to be chill and easy and laid back. That is the opposite of what we've had so far.
Well, you gotta think about something. My mother-in-law was down, and I ran into health issues on my own side. So I've been up and down, but I'm up now. So it's and then you made your major move, and you've been busy, and like I said, it's life happens.
It's ongoing.
Yeah, life happens. I'm saying life happens though. I mean, life is life. You can't stop that as it goes. And things happen. Some things you plan, some you don't.
Hey, again, always a pleasure. Happy to be back. Hopefully this won't take me more than a few days to get posted. And logistically, I'm really going to start thinking about this live show. This is going to be an interesting one. But it'll be fun. It'll be cool.
So I was thinking maybe just be, don't know how or where. This is just me kicking it out, thinking in my like you. I'm thinking, what if we had somebody recording us?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So probably going to have two phones set up.
Right.
To do the live, but then at the same time, if we have a laptop pulled up so we can record it, something along those lines.
Right.
Because ideally, I want to double down on the event, have it go live, but then also being able to post it as a recording as well. So
right. I mean, I you know what though, I think that we'll work it out, and I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, I really do, because what I was told was this should be our test show. So if it goes well, which for the promoter, they listen to our podcast and they like it. They like the podcast. So he's saying that if it goes well, then they want to have us do it more than once.
Yeah, my key is to make sure I don't walk around and spend any money. That's my goal. that's the only thing I'm afraid of.
Well, you think you'll buy some trading cards?
Dude, I love that stuff. That's
Do you have any?
I'll window shop. I'll make sure I only window shop.
Do you have any to trade?
Oh yeah, I still have a whole bunch when I was a kid. Well, then I got back into it twice as an adult. I got it.
Are they in mint condition?
I haven't had any graded.
Are they any cracks or wrinkles or anything?
No, not from any of the ones that are like good, but I haven't had anything graded. The grading process is, if you look into it, is pretty hit and miss. I mean,
it is.
They cost a lot. They take a long time. And in reality, the leading company for it is not that great. I've seen examples where they send the same card back to them like 3 times and get 3 different grades.
Right.
So that's pretty bad.
So my buddy that does it, the one that's helping us get in the door as far as the show goes, he's got a Cooper Flag card.
Yeah, I think that's one he showed me a picture of, right?
That card, it can go for $4,000.
Yeah. Well, dude, I'm telling you, the trading industry has been pretty wild in the last few years. I don't know if you know who Mr. Wonderful is, the dude from Shark Tank. He highly invests in collectibles now. Like he bought like I want to say like a $2 million card or something. He just believes no matter what, everything's going to pretty much go up in value. So that's interesting. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, we'll figure out the logistics. We'll continue to talk about that. And until next time, which will not be as long as this time, this is Shots for the Fountain Podcast. Appreciate you.
All righty, don't forget our show's coming up live September 5th.
Is that Labor Day? I hope it's not
You know what? That's Labor Day weekend.
Jesus. We'll figure it out.